I'm Rob Whitfield with the Orange County Register, and welcome to OCN2 for Friday, April 3rd. A Rancho Santa Margarita man currently serving a 3-year prison sentence for stalking and embezzlement has been charged with bigamy, accused of marrying 2 women during the same time period and stealing money from both of them. 49-year-old Craig Stevens is scheduled to be arraigned today in the Central Justice Center in Santa Ana on charges that could add more than 11 years to his prison sentence. Prosecutors allege Stevens persuaded one wife to use her property inheritance to pay $147,000 in restitution for embezzling from his Costa Mesa employer, and that Stevens also obtained $47,000 from a second wife, claiming he needed the money for his daughter's college tuition, though Stevens does not have a college-age daughter. Stevens is also being charged with a seldom-used penal code statute that alleges he committed rape by the false pretense that he was the victim's lawful spouse. Lucy and Barry Nilsson of Mission Viejo, joined by about a dozen friends, watched themselves on the Oprah Winfrey Show yesterday as they appeared in a segment of a show focused on, quote, the new face of the recession, people who did everything right and are still struggling. The Nilssons were laid off from their jobs 8 months apart in 2008. A financial advisor on the show advised the Nilssons to cut out rather than to cut back their spending. Lucy Nilsson called the experience, which began with an email to the Oprah Winfrey Show, a cleansing process. In Lake Forest, investigators are using a resident surveillance camera and witness reports to help narrow down possible shooters in a South County vandalism spree that has damaged almost 60 cars in Lake Forest, Laguna Hills, and Trabuco Canyon. Investigators are also following witnesses' reports that may have identified one or more of the people involved in the shooting, including 3 teens that may have been driving a dark-colored compact car. Starting this morning, paintball players from around the world will battle it out on the sand in Huntington Beach in the only paintball tournament held on a beach in the United States. The paintball games in Surf City have been going on since 2001, and past events brought about 17,000 spectators and 1,500 participants, a large revenue generator for the city. This year's event is a bit smaller, with 1,100 players making up 110 teams and about 5,000 to 10,000 spectators through the day. The games are scheduled Friday through Sunday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. There will also be a shooting range, so spectators can get a feel of what it's like to play. Casting for a potential 5th season of The Real Housewives of Orange County on Bravo got underway yesterday at South Coast Plaza. More than 70 women were in line when the casting started at 5 p.m. The women had to fill out a form and talk with one of 3 casting producers and then had their picture taken. One of the show's executive producers said where the candidates live is not their first concern. They're just looking for women willing and able to live their lives in front of a camera. And you can read more about all of these stories and get your breaking news all day at ocregister.com.